Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and I'm joined with Big and Big. So Big B and Big E. So there's so many bigs here. It's like all these big people. So we're just gonna hang out. I brought a ton of comics to that I can show because I'm actually in the process of sorting out all my slabs. That's like my goal. So
Nice.
I've done most of my Golden Age ones, or kind of most of my Golden Age ones, but now I'm sorting out more of the modernish ones. Oh, hey, Puck. So, am I lagging? I have to ask that too. So, do I seem okay?
No, you're fine on my screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So, how was your weeks?
So,
Good.
mine was all right. Yeah. Just getting ready for the finale for the hashtag comic book shout out and packaging up some artwork from last weekend's auctions for the Mission 22. So
okay. So yeah, so tomorrow at what time for the audience to go there? Tomorrow
4:45 Pacific.
So
on my channel.
7:45 Eastern for all the Eastern people. So hey, Lyle.
Yep.
And yeah, so that should be great. I mean, you're giving away.
And if you haven't already, please. And I think only maybe 7 or 8 people have done the sub to all thing. So I mean, there's a lot of people could win some cool stuff, and there's going to be a lot of stuff given away.
So I did the sub to all, but do you have to how do you okay, I sub to all the channels, okay? Then what do you have to do after that? That's it, or?
Then you have to put in hashtag sub to all in the
video
comments, and then you're entered.
That. Okay,
that's
I did
it.
That. Was I entered?
Yep. Yeah, you're in.
Okay,
you're entered.
Cool. Because I want to win the cool stuff.
You're in for both sides. You're in for the creators.
Yeah.
You're in for the creators and for the viewers.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys are giving a whole collection away, basically. It's like a massive amount of stuff.
I mean, that's just the stuff that I showed was the stuff that Travis and I are giving away, and then Mike is from Lug 20 Comics is giving stuff away, and Brandon from Mon Comics is giving stuff away, and who else? Mr. Akins is giving stuff away.
Yeah, he's doing special cards on the back.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff given away.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we're talking about the contest. This is a thing where it's a draw. It's not it's not based on skill or anything like that. It's just based on.
It's a spinning wheel. Alan doesn't win at those things.
I usually lose. I have a very good skill of losing. So Biggie, did you enter into the drawing?
Or track record.
I can't say I have to get a link first and then start from there, but I guess I'm subscribed to most of them, so it wouldn't be too hard. So just give me a link,
Yeah, it says it's 20 channels or something crazy. I was like, I haven't even heard of some of these. I was subscribing to all these random channels. But some of them are pretty cool.
It's more than 20. More than 20.
Yeah, and it was a big long list. I just kept on going
more than
through
20.
it. Yeah, I went through the whole thing, whatever it was.
Sounds like fun, man.
Yeah. So I hope we helped them out. Some of them were pretty small.
Yeah.
And
Alan, can you, after the video is done, can you put a link into the description after the video is done?
So people that are watching live, you're not going to see the link. But after we're done recording, I will put a link into the description to the contest that Big B is talking about. Actually, if you watch my video that I did on Monday,
or if I
did a shout out about it. Or if you just go over to Big B's channel, you can see it.
Yeah, there's I'm trying to find the title of it.
Can you put the link into the?
I think it's win free stuff. I think it says win free stuff.
So
Yeah,
win
win free
stuff.
stuff.
That's the
Subscriber
video
and
on my
creator
channel.
get coming to a giveaway.
But
Yeah,
can you put the
that's
link
title
into
on
the
mine
chat?
too.
Are you able to put stuff
I
into
could
the
try.
chat?
Yeah, I could try.
Yeah, throw it in there. Okay, how about we show some books?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, Biggie?
Yeah, sounds like
Okay,
fun.
I'll make you go first here. So
I love
Biggie's
it.
going to show some cool books.
Yeah, man. So this is a new comic book day book. It's called Deadpool 7 Slaughters, #1. It was a $10 cover. I was waiting on a foil Deadpool. I was hoping this would be a foil, but I don't
So
even know.
wait,
That's cool,
it's
bro.
not even a foil, and it's $10.
It's
Wow.
a thick book though, bro. It's
it's really big.
Yeah, it's a pretty big book. This is in a Silver Age bag, so it kind of makes it look a little normal, but it's a little bigger than. So I'm a big Deadpool fan. This looks like a new, probably one shot. Maybe no, I think it's a new series. I heard about this. Yeah. So it looks like a Cthulhu cover. I could tell that much about it. That's pretty cool.
It does look
That's
cool.
awesome.
I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah,
I'll have to pick it up when I go to the comic shop. I'm going to try to go tomorrow.
Looking forward to checking that out. I am currently pulling Deadpool, and like I said, I'm waiting on a foil, so hopefully I didn't miss out on it, but maybe I'll get one. I always like this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Do you have the run or just
Some
a few
Kirby.
issues?
I don't have #1.
Oh, okay.
I got the rest.
Oh, really? Okay, so you just got to pick up. I mean,
Just gotta get
#1 is
#1.
dropped so much, so you can probably pick it up cheap.
And I've luckily gotten all these from my LCS. It just took a minute to kind of find them all, but they did have like all of them. They probably got a #1 somewhere too. This is a special book.
That's really
awesome.
Cool.
Who did that?
My buddy Mr. Miracle from Canada.
And is that the first appearance of Biggie Shack in comics, or?
Yeah. Biggie.
Or is it just a cameo?
This is the second full.
The full appearance. The first full appearance. It's not the cameo.
Now, I got this one. I have gotten some cool books in the last 3 weeks, and I've been plucking at like 20 cent and 15 cent. And I got this cool Thongor. It's a Steranko cover, and it's his first appearance. It's a sharp copy.
Yeah, I was actually looking for that after you showed it, and I was like, oh, that's actually a hard book to find. It's kind of cool.
It's not a ton of money, but I did get a sharp copy, so I'm pretty happy with that. Mm-hmm. This is Buscema, right, Alan?
Yeah, I think so. He did a lot of the early Submariners.
Yeah, Man Cave AOK me this. It's another sharp copy. Not quite as good as that Thongor, but it's a little older.
I think it's her first appearance too, actually.
Yeah, this is one of the keys of the Submariner run, I think, for sure.
That's awesome.
I should have pulled this book for your gun challenge today. I just couldn't find it. It's a pretty good condition. I got this one recently.
The link that you put, Big B didn't show.
Yeah, you've got to make me a mod. We've talked about you making me a mod before, but you've got to be on.
How can you share the link if you ain't a mod, Alan?
How do I make him a mod? Okay,
you got to get on your phone and click his name, and then it gives you options, what you do, and you can mod him.
Okay, wait.
You can't do it. You can't do it from StreamYard. You've got to do it from a computer.
You got to do it from a phone.
I can kick you or ban you, and that's pretty much it.
You can't.
Yeah.
Your phone.
And I can edit your name. I could make you like something weird.
That's all right, Alan.
Oh, that sucks.
If anybody's a mod that's in the chat, y'all could help out Big B with this.
I don't think Alan has any mods. He hasn't. He's always on StreamYard. He can't ever make mods.
Oh, Alan, exposed.
I don't know how to do it. I'm lame.
It's the same thing you're doing right now, but you gotta be on a computer or on YouTube, not
on
StreamYard.
My phone.
Yeah, you can do it on your phone.
I like this book. Third bullseye.
So if I go on YouTube, I can do it. Is what you're saying?
If you go on YouTube and you go to the chat, you can make me a mod.
Okay, let me just try. Okay.
That's a cool one. I'll be right back.
You just keep on showing stuff, Biggie.
We'll just keep talking amongst ourselves.
Yeah, no problem. I'm a big Kubert fan. I get some sharp copies of Kuberts when I see them. Nice.
So I got to ask, Biggie, is that a replica belt or is that an actual like? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just a toy. I got a Toys R Us that looks more realistic, but it's just so big and heavy and gets. I actually like the toy belt look. So here's another Biggie Shack appearance in Action Comics right here, punching this
There you
guy.
go. There's the first full appearance.
Yeah, I got the Power Belt. I've read this. This is a good comic. I like this. This is right up my alley, kind of comic book stuff right here. It don't have to be the greatest epilogue series in the history. Give me a one shot to make.
Yeah, but a lot of
Okay.
those Action Comics, they have a bunch of other appearances of like Legion, first appearances of Legion characters, but they don't look like they're special, but they actually are. So
Oh, that's
Okay,
true.
I made you a mod, by the way. Try it now.
okay,
Nice.
all right.
Congrats, Bigby. This
that's
is
I am a
really cool.
mod.
it's a rare newsstand.
Is that Luke and who's the girl?
That's his wife. This is the marriage issue, Star Wars Union 1. And the newsstand makes it actually super rare and super collectible. It's got the thing right there.
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Hey, Steppo, what's up?
Ricky, hi, Big. Hi,
Hey.
hi, Alan.
I saw the tail end of I saw you show the Flying Jenny, and then I had to go.
I saw you. I said,
Oh.
I saw you go G2G.
Yeah.
All right, I just
I
got
was there
one
for a
more and I'll be
second.
done.
I saw you.
That's a great. That union is Mara Jade and Luke, right?
I haven't read it, but
I
I
can't
just know
hear
it's a
Biggie
marriage
now.
issue. I don't. If
Biggie,
you're probably
I mean.
right, Mara Jade. That's a cool name.
Biggie.
Yeah, Mara Jade. That's his wife's name.
Wait, why can't I hear Biggie?
I can hear him.
I can hear him.
I'm right here.
The only
I'm right
person
here.
I can't hear.
I'll come
is
back.
Biggie.
I'll come back.
Okay, we can all hear you, Biggie, except for Alan.
Alan can't hear me.
Because I went off and then came back, and then it.
I'll come back. I think it'll help if I leave and come back. I just got one
It's
more.
like
book.
I feel like he's making fun of me, but I can see
Oh,
his
he's got
mouth
a-
moving,
he's got a
but
Batman.
no
I
words.
love that Batgirl.
That's
I wanna
awesome.
Make Biggie big again. Here, let's
Hey,
see what
tell
happens.
Alan I got one more book and I'll leave and I'll come back.
I still
Biggie says
can't
he
hear
has
him.
one more book to show, and then he's going to leave and come back.
Yeah, leave and come back. Yeah, after. I can't hear a word you're saying. It's so lame.
And
It's so dumb.
Mike from Lunch Money, I posted the link to this in our group. If you want to join, you're welcome. I'm sure.
All right, that was
You can
funny.
talk about.
I felt
You
bad
can talk
for
about your
Biggie there.
auction.
Well, it's got 11 days to go. He didn't know
Yes.
that. He thought
Yeah,
it was
I was
going
like-
to
I was
end.
like
It was
wondering
going to
why-
end tonight, and he's got 11 days to go. He's got 11 more days to sweat, waiting for that.
I guess he's not used to the way auctions work. So I was like,
I
kinda confused when
I
it was
asked
like-
the question in a group chat that we're in, and Mon Comics said it starts at 5 o'clock today, and then it rubs for 11 days. I was like, ooh, there's gonna be some chafing.
that would be very sore after 11 days.
That's so funny.
Okay, wait.
And then somebody said, or extreme
Okay,
pleasure, and I said, or both.
There you go.
Back to stage. Okay, let's see if that worked. Can you
Yo,
talk? Yay! I can hear you again.
Yay.
Okay, that was so weird.
that was
I don't
my
know why-
first turn. Someone else can go now. I had my turn.
Okay, so I'll show some stuff. Or Biggie, do you want to show stuff?
I can show some stuff. Candlestick asked what a mod was. So a mod is just somebody who they can block people if they're being rude, or they can put in like links. Other people aren't allowed to put in links, so that's what a mod is. So yeah, I can show some stuff. Can I show? First, I'll show the artwork that I'm getting ready to mail out
Okay, you're
for
big now, so you can do
Mission 22. So there was an auction last weekend for Mission 22, and I drew this picture live
The
on
Baroness.
the stream. Yep, the Baroness from GI Joe.
that. Honestly,
And so-
when you did the that kind of weird effect thing on it, it looked
The
really
fire
cool.
effect?
It would look like how like back in the 90s they would do those kind of embossed in gold, or
Yeah.
the foily kind of embossed things. I think that
Mhm.
would be really good for that.
Yeah, that's going to be coming up as a short on my YouTube channel this weekend. So,
Yeah, that's really cool.
and then this one, Spider-Man on the skull.
So that's sad
Um,
that sold. I really like that one.
Alan wanted this. Well, you should have bid on it.
No, you did it after, like so. I found out. I went there after it had already sold. I was like, oh, well,
Oh,
that was the one I wanted.
and then Jean Grey as Phoenix or Dark Phoenix, whichever you prefer.
That one's really good too.
Yeah. So this one was the person who won it gifted it to Bronze Age Nerd because he really wanted it. He was bidding against people. He's like, I got to drop out. I can't afford to be going too high. And then the person who won it gifted it to him. So
very nice.
So there's that. And then I'm gonna show some books that so I added some more books to the stuff that's being given away tomorrow. Like Alan's already saying there's too much, and I added more because Travis had given so much stuff, and I was like, all right, I'm just so I get a lot of that that bulk stuff, and I just started going rummaging through, trying to find things that I had at least 2 copies of, so I could put one in the subscriber gifts and one in the creator gifts. So, so we got this one tells me I got notes on the back of this. Strike Force #1.
Okay.
Which is a team of Angela, Blade, Spider-Woman, Winter Soldier, Damian Hellstrom, Monica Rambeau, and Wiccan. So I got.
Can you zoom in the top girl? What's going on with her?
That is Angela from Spawn.
Oh wow, this is a very different looking Angela.
Yeah, so that's Angela.
Very nice.
So this is the team. It's kind of a team put together to combat supernatural stuff. So pretty cool. So we got one of those and going into each package, and then a pretty cool what if Marvel Comics went metal with Ghost Rider. So, and then I put this in because it relates to the other one. I know it's not a big deal, but it's True Believers #1. First, Jane Foster as Thor, right? But then this one, War of the Realms Omega, I put one of these in each kit, and it's the first appearance of Jane Foster as she comes back as a Valkyrie. And I think that's probably what they're going to do with her in the MCU, I would imagine. So
I don't know what they're going to do, actually. I don't know where the MCU is going to go. I feel like they're kind of like directionalists right now. I feel like they bombed so bad that they might go completely new direction and start all over again.
We'll see. But anyway, this is her first appearance as a Valkyrie. And then I noticed that we were pretty heavy on Marvel and not a lot of DC, so I grabbed some DC books. So we've got Dark Knight Returns, The Golden Child #1 by Frank Miller and Raphael Grandpa.
Okay.
And it's got the Batgirl from the Dark Knight universe, and on the back it shows her, and she's like all covered in gore and got a giant smile on her face, and it says, "You can only fight crazy with crazy."
Oh wow. That's cool.
Yeah. And then Batman and the Outsiders #1.
Wow.
So I
nice.
had a bunch of cool variant cover stuff, but I was like, oh no, I should just grab #1. So I just grabbed a bunch of #1s. So Batman, the White Knight, Harley Quinn #1. A bunch of Black Label stuff. So you're gonna get some NC-17 stuff in there. And then Deceased #1, which is DC's version of the Marvel Zombies, basically. So it says the end of everything starts here, and you got Batman fighting all the Gotham City SWAT team that are zombified.
Is that the first Deceased one?
Yes, this is Deceased #1. Yep.
Yeah, because they did so many different series with it. Like,
Yeah, this is the first one.
Wow.
Yep. And then Green Lantern, Beware My Power #1. Intergalactic Lawman, and which I believe was written by Grant Morrison. So
cool.
So I put one of those, each of those books in each package, and then we've got the other stuff. So is it okay if I show the other stuff in the package?
Yeah, show stuff.
Okay. So this is what I mean by Travis was super generous. So Travis, because these are also in each package. Travis donated. It eats what feeds it. Number one virgin variant. One in 150 virgin variant.
Wow.
For it eats what feeds it.
Is that like a Whatnot exclusive or something like that, or?
It says Scout Comics Select. I don't know if it was a Whatnot. This one is a Whatnot exclusive. This is the Exiled number one. It's a virgin variant, limited to 200 copies total made. So
Wow.
So there's gonna be one of those in each one of the packages. And then by Eric July, we've got ISOM number one, which is big old fat boy book. Which I don't know if you guys have heard of Eric July and the Rippaverse, but
I have the B variant of that.
He's a I guess somewhat of a celebrity who got sick and tired of all the BS of Marvel and DC and decided to make his own company and self crowdfunded and came out with his own book. So
Yeah,
and very
I think he's on his
very
third book right now.
well received book, by the way. What's that?
Yeah, I think he's on his third book right now.
Yeah. So there's number one. So a chance to grab that right there. And then Edge of Spider-Verse number 3, second print variant, which I guess is kind of a harder one to get a hold of, and it's the origin of Spider-Boy. And then the first appearance of Spider-Boy, we've got a variant cover. Spider-Man number 7.
Is that the reprint? Is that second printing?
I think it's a newer printing, yeah. And then we've also got the McFarlane variant, or the McFarlane homage variant, yeah, for that issue. And then we've got this is Dark Knight's Metal Virgin variant, exclusive limited edition. And a Harley Quinn issue 21 homage to The Killing Joke by Brian Boland. And then this is why I was feeling weak. I only put in a couple books. So I put in Swordmaster number 1, first appearance of Swordmaster, who becomes the new Iron Fist. And so this is for the creator giveaway. So this book was the original book that I mentioned when I first. Yeah, there is a Spider-Boy.
It's a different Spider-Boy though, but yeah.
So this is the 9/6 Deadpool slab, issue number 10. And I got this in a giveaway from Rob's Fat Stacks, his 1,000 subs giveaway about almost like 6-7 months ago from Taylor Windsor, and I figured I would pay it forward. So we're going to be giving that away in the creator pool.
Cool.
And then also Travis, not to be outdone, donated a slab. That is the Raphael Grandpa sketched variant, Berserker number 2 in a 9.8. You feel the Keanu beaming off of that. So those two slabs are exclusives to the creator giveaway. And then exclusive to the subscriber giveaway is going to be, if I can reach it here, a Darth Vader number 15, Frankie's Comics, Mike Mayhew, signed variant 9.4.
First appearance of that robot dude.
Yeah, he's a killer for the Empire. He was originally he was supposed to kill Darth Vader, but he failed, and then Vader converted him to the dark side over there to something.
Yeah, I remember Travis said it, and then I don't remember it.
this guy's going to be appearing probably in one of the upcoming shows. So
Yeah. So you
there's
should drop
some,
the link again into the chat, just so
yeah,
that
I will drop the
people
link
have it.
again, and that's where you guys can sub. So all you have to do is sub up to the list of shows or channels in
Yeah.
the description, and then you are entered into there we go. There's the link.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah. So those are some things. I got other stuff to show later on, but
yeah, we're going to show more later. We're going to show more. So we got a lot to show. So,
please do jump over there after the show's over or whatever. Jump over and sub away, and then put hashtag subbed SUBBED the number 2 and then all.
Yeah.
And you'll be entered into the drawing.
So you can win some cool comics. I mean, I think probably the best giveaway I've ever seen for comic giveaways, where like in just the sheer collection that you guys are providing. It's pretty great.
Oh, thanks. Trying to pay it forward.
So yeah.
All right, who's next?
Well, I always let the guests go first. So Stephen, I guess
Step
you're
up.
next.
I'm up.
Yep.
Now batting.
Now batting, Steppo.
Bill Ward cover.
I'm still trying to get that.
And this is the only one that he had that was drawn. The rest of them were photos or painted covers. Biggie, you have your children there.
Yeah,
I do, yeah.
Yeah, your kids, I can hear them.
I'm trying to mute it so y'all can't hear it. I can't find out how to mute my mic or lower it.
Yeah, just mute yourself.
There it is.
Oh, there you go. So, hey, Mike, how's it going?
Hey, guys. It's been a night.
Right. Hey, Epoch just asked.
I had to jump on, so happy to be here.
Epoch just asked a good question. He said, "Is the giveaway open to international?" I said, "It is, but you'd have to pay shipping. Probably. At least I'm speaking for my and Travis's side of it.
Yeah, he's a bit far away, so it might be expensive.
Yeah. So I don't. There's going to be a lot of people giving stuff away. So it's up to them. But I'm assuming that it's probably going to be the same. That if you are international, we'd have to say you pay the shipping on it. So.
Yeah, it depends. Like, so for me, I have a lot that I'm sending, and it's definitely not. If it's one or two, you can usually get away with cheap. But yeah, it'd have to be kind of.
Yeah, we've got a giant stack of stuff we're going to be sending out. So yeah, it wouldn't be cheap.
Yeah.
Is he in Scotland?
Even Canada's a pain, right, Alan?
Yeah, I think he's in. Yeah, I'm in Canada. Epoch is in Scotland, so yeah.
But Epoch, you are more than welcome to join. It's just yeah, but you get all the cool books.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Cool books. Okay, so I'm gonna make Stephen big again.
Steppo.
And yep, Steppo, Stephen, whatever we want to call him. Cool.
Thanks. Here's an oldie but a goodie.
Oh, I really like that book.
Oh, that is an awesome book.
What do I have? I have a Turok, like the number 1.
Congratulations.
Would you trade?
Sure. What the heck? This one I got from Chris Simons when he had his at his first store, and he had some Captain Americas, and he had some of the really early science fiction ones, and this was just was a random book inside in the stack of books.
Oh wow! You know what's funny? I actually like that cover more than the bigger book in the
Suspense 3?
Yeah.
Well, Suspense 3 is a good book, and I think that L.B. Cole and Schomburg both worked on that. That was the word that I got. But Schomburg is, of course, Gerber was the one who was so big on that he even had it in effigy and in the inside leaves of his price guide. I mean, of his photo journal.
Yeah.
I just got this one a little while ago.
That was in somebody's shopping cart, I think.
Beautiful.
Don't mind me, I'm just
even though it's not a pre-code horror, LB Cole still has a very interesting palette, a color palette.
That's a really great book.
Good ones are hard to find.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Brandon's in the
I
chat.
don't know how high grade yours was. 9.4. That's crazy.
Holy shnikes.
So that's like,
Yeah, the color on that is, the color don't look as bright as a 9.4 would be, but it must just be printed that way, huh?
Yeah, there is a variation with Fiction House, and the word is sort of like at the beginning of the print run, they have all the inks are firing, and as it runs along further, if it runs out, why they kind of let it run out. They're not going to go into the machines and put the new ink in. I have the Rockford copy of this book, and I also have a raw one. I can't even remember where I got it, but all three of them, the Rockford and this one look pretty darn close. But the other one is I think was a little bit later in the run. This one is sort of an interesting story. This book was on eBay, and it's when I was a writer for the comic book marketplace, I used to showcase different books, and I got this collection of books from Dave Alexander when I first started collecting Golden Age and Fiction House in particular, and Fight 35, this is Fight 35. This was always one of my favorite ones because she's sans clothing except for the grass skirt and a strategically placed lei. And the leering Japanese guys down below are going to pull her off the lanai, and the flyers are their plane has crashed across the lagoon, and they both have the guy with the Thompson is going to come in and solve the problem for the Japanese. But this one, I bid and I won it. And when I was talking to him, I said, I wrote about this. He says, yes. He says, I remember you writing that article, and that is the whole reason I went out and I found that book.
Wow.
And he says, he says, I'm really glad that you're the one that gets it because you're the one that turned me onto it in the first place.
Yeah. Wow.
And this one's rather unique because at the top of the spine, just below the grade, almost always there's a slight bindery pop on these. And I've seen several issues and they all seem to have it. This one does not. The Rockford does, and the Loon copy I had did. And then I also have that other one, and I think that has a slight one as well. Here's one more.
Hey guys, I'm in traffic.
Oops.
And this one is one that I copied Alan.
Oh, that's a good one. Hey, Stephen, I got to say, I'm a big fan of strategic lays, by the way.
Aren't we all? But this copy, I was looking to go after the one that Ryan at Automatic had, was going to be sent in, what have you. But then this one came up on my comic shop, and I snapped it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really nice grade. Mine's like a VG. You did way better. That's just such a nice copy.
And the last one in this go around, again, is an oldie but a goodie.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite Blue Beetle, Steppo. That's my favorite one, dude.
The Cayman did a thanks, Big. Cayman did a really nice job, and he knew damn well what was going on by removing the brassiere. And the other thing that's sort of unique is her left foot looks like there is some sort of proportion problem.
It's got a deformity. Don't pick on her. She's beautiful otherwise.
She had the trick brassiere. So anyway, but there's a few.
It's awesome.
Very cool. Okay, one sec here. I mean, okay. Okay, so cool. So, Mike, did you bring stuff to show as well?
I just scrounged up some stuff really quick. First, I have to set the record straight on the whole auction debacle. Okay?
Yeah, no, I was didn't really have the heart to tell you that the auction is not like a 1-day thing. It's
No,
usually
it's
like
yeah, it's good. So originally, as it was pitched to me by Steve Borak, who called me, like cold called me, the guy who founded CGC and CBCS. Originally, I thought it was like a multi-day thing. He didn't say how long it was. But it never said until today exactly when it ended. So they broke it up into 3 auctions. They had 2 comic lots, and then they had like comic art. And it was not clear when it ended. I just assumed that they would be released like a couple days. So I didn't think they were all tonight, but I didn't know it was that long. Even before I was talking with the comic book people, my brother-in-law was like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, you're right, it doesn't make any sense. So they only updated it at like 3 hours ago or 4 hours ago, my time, right? So I wasn't sure how long it went. I thought for some reason it was over the weekend, like each one would be like a full day. I didn't think it was like each book came up one by one. But I'm happy. Honestly, I'm relieved because I was going to be stressed.
A week is like it's good because what ends up happening is like they go for a couple weeks where they people kind of place bids, and you'll see the bid, you'll be like really disappointed because like up till the day of the auction it might be like nothing, very low. And then suddenly, like the last few minutes, it's gonna go like,
yeah, no, that's cool. I like it better because like one of the things I was kind of being grumpy about, and Big B knows this behind the scenes, like Steve was telling me, oh, they're gonna promote this and all, they would make a big deal about it, tell Archie collectors, and there was nothing. It was crickets. It wasn't even on the website on Wednesday. Like still,
that's not good. Yeah.
So I called them in Portland or Maine, and I was like, hey, I know you guys have it, and they go like, oh, sorry, and they quickly put it up. So I'm here. I'm going. No one knows about this, but with 11 days. God, we have there's 2 weeks for people to go in there and discover it. So I'm totally fine with that.
So did you have to send your book to them?
Yeah, I had to ship it like once I made my decision to like you have to send it out like now, and so I sent it out like the next morning to like because the window was I had like 10 days before the auction started. So luckily it was only going to Portland, Maine. It's I could have drove there in an hour and a half, but yeah.
Wow.
So I'm happy. So that's a good thing. So I get to watch, and I know some people are goofing around already because it already has like $200 on it, and I'm pretty sure it's people from.
Well, yeah, I might throw a bit on there for you too.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just some local friends and something like that.
You might randomly be interested in that book, So
yeah, maybe it could happen. So
I did tell a bunch of big collectors though, like not just I told you, Stephen, and I told a bunch of other people that I know buy big books. Just because they're always trying to sell those big books to me. So
I don't know. There's a big spender
to you after they buy it from me. Yeah, and there's a couple of people who gave me offers beforehand. Like I did get offers on it that I turned down because I felt like trying something new. So I told those people, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna throw a bit." So it fingers crossed. I've never done it before. I did it mostly because it's a new experience, and why not? Come on, it's fun.
There's a big spender. There's a big spender bidding on it right now, though, right?
I will remember you guys. I remember the little people if it goes over $1 million. So it still won't be enough to cover your collection, Alan, but or Stephen for that matter. Last pocket change. That's fine. So
just one second, Lyle. I still haven't gotten it yet. By the way, I just answered Lyle's question here. It's a very rare Canadian white.
Wow.
I invited Sophie from Jackpot Comic Talk, so. You guys say some encouraging things. If she has some stage fright, she's talking to me in Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Say, hey, she's welcome, right?
I think I'm allowed to have one more person, right? In the
one
free version?
Person, yeah. So, we got room for one.
Room for one more. Isn't that like a? It's like a
horror
Twilight
thing,
Zone
isn't it?
Horror thing.
Yeah, it's a Twilight Zone where it's like they get onto the elevator.
The elevator, yeah. I'll take the stairs.
Room for one more.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'll make you big, Mike.
Yeah, I scrounged a couple things really quick.
Okay.
Because I didn't know when, Brandon's thing was going to be over. I didn't know what was going on with the collection. I want to show these to you, Alan, because I thought you might think they were interesting. These I showed in a video about a month ago around Halloween. I did a flea market video. Didn't find much, but I found a couple of 60s kind of good girl art.
Okay, nice.
So this is Modeling with Millie 31, right? It's from 1964. Stan Lee, it's 2 stories. Stan Lee wrote. Stan Goldberg did the art.
Yep.
Now, I thought this was great because it's clearly a romance novel. She's sort of, being sad at someone else dancing, blah, blah, blah. It's like a Victorian era sort of ball. But what I thought was interesting, with this book, I found this one, which is 3 years later, 1967, and the style is drastically different.
Oh, yeah.
Still Stan Lee, still Stan Goldberg on the inside. I have no idea who did this cover. The reason it appealed to me is, you got late 60s. I'm thinking Beatles,
Dan
Monkeys.
DeCarlo?
It does look a lot like Dan DeCarlo, exactly, but it doesn't. I couldn't even find it online. There's no record who did it. I couldn't find it on the inside. I just like the fact there's a band, kind of looks like the Monkees or the Beatles. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know. I just kind of like the 3 years apart, the major difference between them. Thought they were kind of fun. I got them for
no, that's cool.
each. Yeah.
You got to check them though inside just to make sure there's no cutouts. Like a lot of the girl books, for girls,
doll
like
clothes and stuff.
Yeah, they'd always cut them to death. It's like sad.
I have a cut. Remind me, I have a cutout segue in one of these books I'm going to show you. Another one, I found this at a yard sale. So these Plop comics,
Plop.
Right? They're horror comedy comics. This is a Basil Wolverton cover, number 4. I found this like 2 days before Halloween. How cool is that? It's just so weird, so eclectic, bizarre. Scared the crap out of my daughter. She hated this cover. But I thought it was
high grade. Those go for good money, actually.
Yeah, and I got 2 of them. That's the higher grade one. I got this guy just had 2 just sitting on his on a table at a yard sale.
They were just plopped there, right?
Gotta
say it. Yeah.
You'll be here
Plopped
all week,
around
right?
the table.
Yeah. So I got a couple of books to show you from. Actually, no, it's saying on the flea market front. So these aren't comic books, but I'm gonna show them anyways. Let me show this one first. The same guy with the Plop had one of these. It's a 1966 Batman and Robin Society pin. It's in perfect shape.
That's really cool.
How cool is that?
I love it.
Yeah, kill. You don't find this stuff.
Wow.
But last flea market I went to, I got a couple of Mickey books. I put these in a short that came out today, maybe. I don't know. 1941, 1937, and they're cool because they're Disney and they're early.
Yeah.
But they're actually like comic books, they're storybooks, but they have art on every page.
Like the Big Little books or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Books. But 1937, and I was looking at this, and my first thought was, how cool is this? But man, I'd love to see this like more of in a comic book format. How awesome would that be? But
my honey hole there has a bunch of those.
Oh yeah,
books in the display case. Yeah, old ones like.
What are they having priced at?
I will have to check for you. I have never really paid that much attention to the price. He also has a bunch of the early ones. They're Marvel ones, where they have like a solid.
Bad news for you. They're not
color.
really valuable.
Not much.
Yeah,
I got those for $5 each. I thought that was a good deal.
Yeah, usually they go for 10 to 20.
Right.
Sorry, it's just because they were in a hardcover kind of book.
Right.
They actually survived quite well.
Yeah, and that's what I was hoping. Again, I looked them up real quick, $15-$20, but I got them for $5 each.
Yeah, that's what I would have said. Yeah.
Yeah, some crazy ones that are like Marvel ones that have like a solid color, like a solid color. Like it'll have Spider-Man's face printed in black. It's like a green cover, and it's like they're early Marvel little books like that. So kind of neat.
So I recently went to my LCS. I go all the time. I think I put this in a short recently. I actually traded some old Savage Swords of Conan I found at a flea market and a little bit of cash to get this. So,
oh wow!
You paid way too much for that.
I saw the thumbnail for your thing, and you said traded some books to get some Silver Age thing. You
don't need to watch the 57 seconds of it, then, Alan. There you go. So I traded. I found some Savage Swords of Conan, gave it to my LCS, and $20 got me this. It's a low grade.
Didn't you get like a mystery bag? You got a mystery bag of Savage Sword, right? For like $5.
It was a mystery bag. The front one was like a more newer Conan, and I kind of looked in quickly and said, "Oh, there's more Conans," and I just bought it for $3. And there was 6 Savage Swords of Conan and 1 like Doctor Who magazine. So he can usually get $5-10 for those. This is low grade. It does have a tear right here. You can't really see it. It's that piece is sticking out. Who cares?
The cover actually looks good. It looks
great. I love the baby blue background. I mean, I've had it on the shelf behind me. It looks pretty sweet. So.
Is that your second one, or is that your first copy of that?
It's my first. I almost had one and deferred it to a friend of mine. I had one in my hand, so I gave it to a friend. So I needed one.
Nice.
I'm a big sucker for those big premiere like ribbons on them. I don't know. I just think it's the coolest thing.
Yeah, I usually don't like those ones. Like a first appearance. It's just like the first title, but there are some exceptions. I also like comic books that features like just a character on the front. They look great again on a wall. You have one. Like that's why I like you can't see it. The Captain America right there. That's at 109.
Yeah.
I just like the one where it features just the character. It's kind of just a neat kind of thing. So I needed this one. My LCS found this and put it aside for me. Knew I was looking for one. Werewolf by Night. First Werewolf by Night, Marvel Spotlight number 2. It's not great conditions, kind of low grade. I got it for $70 though. He put it aside for me. So
Nice.
yeah, I mean, it needs a press and a clean, but so
That's
what,
awesome. That's a really cool book.
And I got this today from my LCS, and you're gonna die, and I'll have to explain a little bit more. I got this for $10 today.
What? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it will. It will. Hold on. So it's gorgeous. It is I mean, if it wasn't for what I'm about to tell you, it looks like a 9.0 copy of Fantastic Four 72. However, he wrote on it, there's a date on the back cover, and there is written down. Who cares? I like the date stamps.
Yeah.
The other one is there's a cutout on the inside. It said, Alan, what you mentioned, like the girls cut them out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to blame a boy on this one because somebody really liked Human Torch.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Mr. Akins. Mr. Akins
I was
did it.
thinking Mr. Akins,
Mr. Akins
he's
do
always
it?
cutting his books. Okay.
This comic book is gorgeous. The condition of this book is great, except for that, someone cut out Human Torch right out of this page.
Just that one page?
Just that's it. Yeah, and my LCS guy hates things missing out of a book. So he sold me for 10, but I tell you guys, it's sweet.
The funny thing is you might get like a really high grade green label if you got it graded, right?
True. Actually, yeah, I didn't even consider that. I just like the fact I love this cover. I've always liked this cover, and it presents so great. And I've had chances to buy this really cheap, more than $10, where it was, it's all white, color breaks everywhere, and I thought like $40 was a steal. $10. For one percent, it's great. Yeah.
Here's the deal about green labels. Just because I'm always looking at the numbers, right?
Right.
Usually, you take whatever the blue label is, cut it in half, and that's the green label. So if you think about it, you actually did quite well on that book.
Right, seriously, still better than $10, exactly.
Yeah.
Like if it's high grade, right, you get a green label. If it was low grade, it might be a blue label still if it's missing.
Yeah,
right?
It's under a 3. That's
3 is the number. Yeah, I wasn't sure it was 4 or 3. The last one I'm going to show you guys. I think I showed it this week. Yeah, I did. I did in the same video where I talked about Brian's fantastic Nightcrawler picture. If you want me to show that, Brian, I'm happy to bring it down.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Yep. Let me grab it in a second. But I also got this. I collect first appearances of X-Men characters. I needed this for my X-Men run because this is the first appearance of course, Shiro Yoshida. Sunfire.
Yeah.
Sunfire. Yeah.
Love this cover. Very cool. Sunfire is a very, no pun intended, hot-headed character. He doesn't play well with others. He's got this really kind of cool Imperial Japanese flag design, the dragon mask. He was actually designed by Don Heck, who didn't actually do this comic book. Sal Buscema did it, but Roy Thomas, who wrote it, worked with Don Heck. He designed the character, and then he's like, Sal can do the whole comic. So he designed him.
Same Don Heck from the Golden Age?
It is. It's the exact same Don Heck. Yeah, it's the one who designed this. Yeah. Wow. So Roy Thomas asked him to design him, but he didn't have time to work on the title, so he just designed him and gave him to Sal Buscema. So he gets credit as co-creating Sunfire, but I don't think he ever actually drew for an X-Men comic. So
is Sunfire in Giant Size X-Men?
He is. He's on the team.
Yeah.
He's on the Giant Size X-Men team. Yeah, absolutely.
But he's not on the cover though, right? He's not on the cover though.
No, he's not on the cover.
But I was like, he was an original team member, right? For the,
he was. So sometimes they do like homage covers for it. They'll often put him on there, like hidden in the background. He is on the first page though, because when you open the first page, it looks kind of like the cover, but it shows all of them. It shows like Banshee and stuff too. So the first page of Giant Size X-Men #1, you'll see Sunfire in there, right?
Oh, wow.
So I needed this book. It's a very cool book. I got it for a trade. I did a video where I got some She-Hulks at some guy's house. I traded a couple of She-Hulks and some more Conans. Yeah, nice. I traded for this and a whole bunch of other X-Men books. So happy to get it. That's pretty much it. Let me bring down that art really quick. Hold on a second.
Yeah, grab it.
So you got another Aussie in here with you, Werewolf by Lunchtime.
I didn't realize he was from Australia as well.
Yeah.
So there you go. This was done by a very famous artist from the Pacific Northwest.
Hopefully someday.
He wrote me, I'm not going to read, he wrote me a very nice letter on the back as well. Very nice. So, and the sort of background here too, Brian. Yeah. So I won the contest for the comic book shout out. But, he asked me, Nightcrawler's my favorite character. He's like, what do you like about him? And I said, I like the fact that, he looks like a monster to the outside world, but he's really kind at heart. And in that way, he really echoes the struggle of the mutants. They're good people, but they seem like freaks and people hate them. But Nightcrawler, the problem is he's supposed to look like a demon. He's supposed to look like a bad guy, but he's actually the nicest X-Man. And when you read X-Men a lot, you see past the monster and you just see a really nice guy, everyone's best friend. it's very rare that anyone can depict Nightcrawler as sort of how the outside world probably sees him, right? They kind of play around with it when Kitty Pryde first joined the team, and she was terrified of Nightcrawler for a long time. So Brian kind of went with that. He's like, let's draw him in a way that he looks sort of like the boogeyman, right? He looks like a scary thing leaping down, but you still see a little bit of Nightcrawler's charm on his face. You didn't go full horror on him, so I thought.
Well, I kind of wanted to make it look like, he would be, if you didn't know he was a nice guy and he's smiling like that, that would be scary. But if you knew he was a nice guy, you were like, oh, it's just Nightcrawler's being playful, right?
Right. But it works both ways, and I think you captured that beautifully. So awesome right there. So thank you so much, Brian. I cherish it. And like I said, you're in big company. You're right above Chris Claremont and Art Adams. Art and Michael Dooney over here. So you made a very small elite team.
That's high praise. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
One sec here.
That's all I got. That's all I could grab on short notice.
No, that was good. That's good. So actually, I just brought one of my books out. This is the little big book you want to find. Well, it's not that little, but this one is the one you want to find. But this one, a bit of controversy about it. They use the N word about 30 times in it.
No, they don't.
Seriously. Do you want
like the worst N word or the second worst?
Don't show it. Don't show it.
It's just it's cute. It's cute, but
it is.
No, don't show it. Don't show it.
Fail.
But yeah, so that's what gets this book in trouble. And then
book's not in trouble. You're in trouble.
I also brought my little orphan.
Steppo's gonna slap you around later.
Big out.
What year is that, Alan?
This is 1926.
And what was the Mickey one?
The Mickey one's 1934, I believe.
Hey, it's Whodat. He's in the chat.
One sec here.
Whodat, I got your piece ready to give off to.
Yeah, I believe it's 1934, but it doesn't say actually.
Bronze.
But it is a good book to find. It's a rare one. It's quite rare.
So Alan, Whodat's the one who won the fairness.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you, Brian, as much as I love this, it's my favorite one you've done. I really like that Phoenix. You did.
It was up for auction. I think it went for like $50 at auction.
I didn't realize it was up for bid. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's like way underpriced. Way underpriced.
Cthulhu is I'm gonna be starting on it. I'm gonna get together with Travis and get some tips from him on the coloring because Travis is the color master. So
all right.
I don't want to mess it up for you.
Well, no, I know you won't. And I'm looking forward to you coming by because, and as you said, since I don't trade, cash still works too. And you have a lot of Golden Age stuff that I think there's more. So I want you to do me one favor before you come over. Of course, you get the art done, and bring with. But the other is I want you to hit your honey hole real hard, and then bring a bunch of other.
That sounds bad.
Don't hit your honey hole too hard. Okay,
Alan, take out the Mickey book again.
You're making me look
strategic lays and hit the honey hole real hard.
You, Alan.
Wow.
It's just so it is. I wanted to show you this thing from the 30s. It's very cute, very funny. No, don't.
It's actually quite cute.
Don't show me. I don't want it. I don't want to know.
Different time period.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We love you, Alan.
Okay, I'm gonna show some books since.
Okay, showing books is good.
Okay, I'm going to show some cool books. One sec here. So right now, I'm in the process of reorganizing my comic room. So if you look over there, my slabs are actually somewhat in order. Can you see that? Or?
Nice job.
So so that's like the top group is like Archie, all my Golden Age Archies, and then the next group is like
Harvey?
Like I think it's like Good Girl stuff. Good Girl. The next one below it is all Seduction of the Innocent stuff. And then below it is like sci-fi Golden Age. So those two first like columns are all Golden Age slabs.
That looks very organized, Alan. I'm impressed.
Really
it looks very nice.
So I as a result, though, I have a whole bunch of slabs that still need to be organized, and they're not golden age, but they're more modern stuff.
Alan,
Like,
can I interrupt you for 1 second?
yeah.
And I want to ask you a burning question that's been driving me crazy since I've watched
Yeah.
your channel. The
Okay.
books behind you, though, they look like
Yeah.
they're leaning forward. Is that just an optical illusion?
Some of them might be, but they're taped.
They're
They actually have them
taped,
taped
yeah.
Okay.
so that they won't fall. Because
Right.
when I first did it, I was like, oh, they stay really, really well, and then it fell. It
Right.
totally smashed the slab. So.
I hate to admit this, but I spent an exorbitant amount of time studying the wall behind you and wondering if your whole house is tilted and they're just leaning.
Yes, it is.
I tried to
Like a funny
actually
one?
angle them so that they display better.
I
In the
figured.
video.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
wondering how you affixed them. It drove me crazy. All right. I just needed
Yeah.
I needed that answer tonight.
It's like a really lame solution that I came up with. I was
looks
actually
great.
thinking, oh, should I use magnets or like some
Yeah.
kind of like more like intelligent way of doing it? And then, wow, Scotch tape works.
Yeah, you could have lied. I wouldn't have known better. But yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It still looks great.
Yeah. So the ones I'm sorting out right now are all my more modern stuff. So like Darwin Cook.
I just love that cover.
Isn't that cool? And actually, another one that I really like it's like a Darwin Cook collection, little collection, not a big collection or anything, but
Yeah,
His
that's
Eye
a good
Zombie,
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
really great. He died young, so.
it was sad.
Mm. And then this one, I'm such an idiot. I shouldn't have bought this one, but it's a Darwin Cook cover. But I didn't notice, like, this is like, you know those kind of impulse buys? Like, this one was only $20. I was like, oh, it's the cost of the slab. It's really cheap. I didn't realize it's one of those dollar, like reprint.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh.
You
I'm
mean
such
where it
an
says at
idiot.
the top, DC dollar comic?
Yes, it's like really obvious, and I felt like such an idiot afterwards. I was like
Still
so
cheaper
excited.
than a slab.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, it's. I was going for the artwork anyway.
You know what that'd be great for, Alan? Is a giveaway.
I know. Like, if I get the original, like the real thing without the dollar comics, I will give this away. Okay, I don't usually like to give away copies that I only have one of, even if it says dollar comics on it. But okay, I'll show you how disorganized I am. So those are in one section, and the same section has like the sparkler. Like, I don't know why. So this is like, I like shark covers, by the way. I always thought this was a cool shark cover. And this one's like sparkler number 37 from 1944. Stephen, was there a warehouse find of these?
I don't know if there were, but I have seen a few of those around. It very well may be. I don't know for firsthand though there was one.
Usually a very inexpensive book. This one you can pick up, I would say anywhere from 50 to 150 range. Like depending on the grade. Not an expensive book. But cool. I like the cover. I always thought it was a cool cover. So, and then in the same section, like this is how disorganized I am. I have my creepy worlds.
There you go. That's cool.
These are actually pretty pricey. They were done by Alan Class, which is a British company that basically got the rights to reprint a lot of these books. So these are some of the earliest reprints of Fantastic Four and other, Marvel comics. So
it's a nice presenting cool. 2.0.
Yeah, actually, it is really nice presenting 2.0.
The color palette on Class's stuff is very good, and
it's actually better than the originals.
It's superior to the. I think that also that the cover stock they use, because Marvel's cover stock was really cheap ass paper that they used, Martin Goodman, but Class didn't do that. He actually went ahead and did stuff better.
And some of them, I'm not sure about this one, because of they're different shape. Like if you look, it doesn't fit the bottom. They're more of a squarish. Do you see what I'm saying? They sometimes would be a little bit more of the actual original art. So they would actually be slightly different. Like they would have a little bit more maybe on the sides.
It extends a little more. Yeah.
Yeah, they extended a bit. It's almost like, do you remember when, back in the day when you have your TV and you go widescreen versus like,
right.
Yeah, it's kind of like that idea.
I'm looking up Fantastic Four #1 to see if it's drastically different or not.
I'm not sure about this one, but
Yeah.
you can compare it. I could grab my Fantastic Four #1, but
Oh.
but yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it didn't make much of a difference. But
It
Hey,
doesn't
K-pop.
make So yeah, but it's a cool. I don't know. I was cool. I actually traded the first appearance of the Wasp for that.
Really?
Astonish 44.
Yep, that's
Let's
why I
see it.
traded for it.
Oh, you traded it for him.
Yeah, and then we got some Donald Duck. I love this one. I always thought
great.
this is a great cover.
Yeah, that is
I
a
like
good
the
one.
fact this explains actually. Do you know do you ever see like Red Sonja or any of the the sexy girls in like Dungeons and Dragons kind of things, and they're always wearing
Yeah,
the skimpiest bikinis, yet somehow that's supposed to provide protection. Well, this
yeah.
explains it. This
Great
explains
armor
it. See
class.
the star, it's bouncing all the bullets right off it. So it's like
Yeah.
see explains
Reminds
it
me of
all.
what's the East Clint Eastwood movie where he puts the piece of the stove, the door of the stove underneath his
Oh
poncho.
yeah. Is that
Fistful of dollars.
Fistful of
Yeah.
Dollars? Yeah.
And the bad guys are just like shooting him in the chest, and he falls
Aim
over
for
and
the
then gets back
aim
Yeah.
for
up.
the heart, Ramon. Aim for the heart. Aim for the heart, Ramon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was such a cool movie.
I like
Yeah.
that Donald has a belt for the gun, even though he doesn't have pants.
Yeah,
Just for the
that's a good point. What's interesting about this one is it's a Karl Barks. He did all of it for it, so that's what kind of makes it a cooler book. That it's Karl Barks art and story.
Lived in Grants Pass, Oregon.
Yep, and
That used to be
more.
that was like a cartoon they had for the CBLDF. There's a woman coming into a comic shop and she's screaming at the owner, "That duck isn't wearing any pants."
Actually, that was the funny thing with Howard the Duck. They forced Howard the Duck to wear pants because they wanted to make him different than Donald Duck.
It's a good book right there.
Like when no one gives Daffy a tough time. He's completely naked, isn't he?
Yeah, I know. What's with all the nudity and Disney stuff and Looney Tunes?
Porky Pig.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
He's got a vest.
So this is like these slabs I still haven't organized yet, so they're all like random.
hey, Bugs Bunny. He's got gloves, right?
Right.
So this is another
Oh,
one
that's
that's
cool.
randomly put with other stuff that's randomly here. So this is the first appearance
Gunslinger
of the Gunslinger.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
Is that his, what issue number is that?
this is 174. It's the first appearance of the Gunslinger. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
Mr.
then-
Akins is asking a question. He says, "Alan, we can't tell. Are you wearing pants?"
No, I'm not. So that's why you can't see below. I don't want to scare anyone. Okay. And then we got Teenage Mutant. I don't know why this is mixed in. So it's just like I really do need to organize my books. So you're seeing.
It's a cool cover. It looks like one of the ones they used when they did the
this is
role
actually
playing
a
game
special
covers.
one. So I'm a big Richard Corbin fan, and this is actually
Oh yeah, I
art
love
by
Corbin.
Richard Corbin.
Yeah,
This is Richard Corbin art. He did Dan.
I love his
and all
stuff.
those
His
ones.
stuff always has like
That
he
kind
did a
of
lot of work with
plasticky
like
look
dot,
almost.
print, like he would use like almost pixelation almost in his artwork.
I found his stuff is almost like it looks like some clay or like a clay mold or
Yeah,
something.
that too. Yeah, but he did a lot of. I guess it's pointillism is what I'm trying to say. The artwork style.
Maybe,
but
I don't really think
yeah.
so. But okay, but yeah, I like Richard
On
Corbin.
his stuff on the on a lot of his interiors and stuff. His shading is done where it's more like pointillism. So
Right, and then so that like as I said, this is gonna be random stuff. So we got Dollman #1.
K-pop junkie says he's wearing pants. It's late.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, you know what? I should have used this for my gun cover thing that I just did today. I'm finding all these really great gun covers after the fact.
Have you seen the running joke on Bronze and Modern Gods? Their Dollman bondage cover of the week.
Oh, really? I like Dollman.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Oh, wait, we got a guest.
A guest?
Oh, it's Biggie coming back in. One sec here.
Oh, well, it's okay. We still welcome Biggie.
Hey, Biggie.
I'm back.
So I can show more random stuff, but that's enough random stuff. So it's really random. Like it's like 60s and golden age and it's all random. Like I haven't figured out where to put which books where. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of weird, but yeah. That's my life. And I'm actually getting a huge. I'm like, remember how I always say like my last Stackery unboxing is like the biggest ever. Well,
It's
this next
always
one
the biggest ever.
is the biggest ever. It's going to be
well,
insane.
this is your biggest because Shoke's got me and Biggie Stack on it. Okay, double the big.
Oh yes, yeah. This is biggest ever live stream because we got Biggie ×2, big ×2, I should say.
Biggie and Big B.
Biggie, hey, if you're ever available Friday nights 9 p.m., dude, you can hop on the club with us. Big Alan, Stepo, Lunches came on. I'd like to see Big B on Collector Club.
Yeah, I gotta make it. You guys you said 9:00 Eastern.
Yeah,
it's like Fridays. Yeah,
this is sort
Fridays,
of like a supplemental
they always keep me,
show right now, right? This
yeah,
is
they always keep me
supplemental
late.
for Biggie show.
They always keep me late on Fridays. I had to almost hustle to get over here to be on Alan's show. So,
well, I really appreciate you coming.
That was a nice invite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
no, I appreciate the invite, Biggie. I will try to make it one of these times. It would be fun.
Last time I invited somebody on to Big Show, he ends up winning the prize, and it was very very distressing. I thought I'd say, "Gee, Mike, why don't you come on the show?" So what does he do? He wins.
That's right. You won last time.
I said, "I'm on the show."
I think it was fixed. I think it was just you guys just hook up the person who first shows up. Yeah.
Rigged.
I got some.
Rigged. I want to recount.
I did notice. I do have an observation though, if I may, Big. So yeah. So one thing I noticed is like people show the big stuff, and but they don't. You guys who do it all the time, you don't need to show the big stuff. It seems like whenever someone showed the eclectic stuff or a really cool cover that no one had else seen, it's like an automatic win. If you can somehow show some stuff that people have never seen before or it's rare, people jump all over it, which is I completely appreciate.
I was trying to do that.
I've tried it. Mike. Alan and I both did. We said we're going to go eclectic.
I went
eclectic. It didn't help.
I showed like I Love Lucy, Bewitched.
You did.
I was showing all these really iconic kind of 60s like kind of TV cool shows.
I'll tell you what pissed me off was he used a anti-smoking Silver Age comic. And I love
that
smoking,
was cool though.
Like cigarettes.
That was pretty cool.
I've had a couple of people be like,
"Oh,
he'd be Biggie with the smoking cigarette book." I'm like, "Oh no."
Well, I showed books that no one had ever seen before. They're DC.
They were cool. They were cool.
But no one showed DC. It's all Marvel
or Kirby book or something.
Actually, you should have had a big win there because of like one of the judges was DC biased.
Well, that was my plan, but it didn't work.
Yeah. What's his name? What was the judge guy?
Nerdy.
Yeah, TM Nerdy.
Yeah, Nerdy's a big DC fan.
He's a big DC fan.
Big's a big DC guy too.
But he wasn't voting,
so
it didn't matter.
No. And Mon Comics was supposed to be my friend. It didn't help with him either.
He was supposed to be my friend. He was supposed to be my friend.
The election was rigged. Exactly.
But Mike, I'm really glad that you won, though. I thought that was fun, and I'm glad that you won.
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
Yeah, it was. There's no way we're all winning those games, right? We all had a great time. I didn't want it to end. Honestly, I could have gone on that. I was having so much fun. I was mad that I got that second win because I was like, let's just keep going. Like, do this all day.
Well, it was at the point where everyone had at least one win. So it's like
somebody has to win. When everybody's got one, then somebody else is going to get it. You got it.
Yeah. True. But I was like, don't vote for somebody that's already gotten one win.
Put him to sleep.
I agreed. Yeah. No, that was really cool. I love those shows. And I've watched before where I was voting in the background when you guys did the Bronze Age ones, which is that's like my honey hole. That's my favorite era. I had lots of Bronze Age. I was like salivating. I was like, man, I wish I was in this one. I just loved it though. I love the concept of it. Everyone has so much fun. It's a great hangout. One of the best I've seen. So props definitely to you, Biggie Shag. Awesome.
Yeah.
Big Alan, I have a few more books to show if you like.
Yeah. By the way, did we pick a theme? Did we pick a theme for next week, Biggie? just quickly?
We don't have a theme.
Spin the wheel.
No.
Yeah, spin the wheel.
I can spin the wheel, sure.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right.
And is
I got
Bronze
some
Age
more
on
books
there?
to show. I was going to show some books and tear out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I'll
actually.
let Steven show, then you can show.
Okay, good.
And then Big B.
I'll get the
if he
wheel
has
ready. I'll
anything.
let you know.
Okay, I'll let Steven show, and then you can do the wheel after. Okay, so everyone in the chat, you gotta wait, and you're gonna find out
Hey,
something
y'all
on
want
the
to
wheel.
add a couple categories to the wheel?
What? Okay, what's on the wheel right now?
All right. It's right here. It takes a second. Go ahead, Stepo, and I'll let you know. There's
Okay,
like 13
well,
categories already on there.
Okay. I'll.
Alan had a show recently, very recently, where he showed Supergirl in a costume that was virtually not there. And I collected adventure comics and continue to collect adventure, and then it turned into Supergirl. And I went over to Cloud9 Comics when they were still Cloud9. Now they're Frady Cat or something else. There was some problem. But he had these adventures and priced. I don't think he cared much for them. I don't know how he got them, but here are some of my 1970s. These are all Bob Oxner covers.
Cool. So you had them priced very competitively.
$35 a throw.
Wow, that's
geez.
such a great deal.
It may have been a little bit more, but it was nominal.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
always like that one.
All of them are
That's
nice.
that's kind of a controversial cover, actually.
Dragging her by her hair.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, she's out cold. She's out cold too, and he's dragging her by her hair. It's like
it's art.
It reminds me of How I Met My Wife. But what?
Oh, Alan, you're making
I'm just
friends
joking.
everywhere.
but the roles were reversed. It was Alan getting dragged.
Probably that's probably more like it. Actually.
So many things going through my head, and I can't say any of them. Okay, anyway. All of them are 9.4s.
I'm actually looking for that one. That's a really nice one. I like just the pink girls. I think they're cool.
Yeah, I like the pink in that. That's nice. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, that's really nice.
Dragon.
That's really cool.
And she's wearing her red briefs with little ruffles.
Yeah.
Is that Neil Adams, Stepo?
Bob Oxner, Big.
Bob Oxner. Oh,
yeah, Oxner.
Very, very dramatic. Very dramatic.
Very, very 70s.
Really funny.
Very 70s.
I just thought that was funny.
You wonder why your wife doesn't like comics. Well said, Rob.
That's really funny.
Well said.
I can't tell what Supergirl's doing there.
Yeah, what is that?
It says here that officer, I've caught the thief, arrest him. Are you crazy, Supergirl? There's no one there. And it's the invisible guy. The thief who loved Supergirl, but he was invisible. I don't know the story. It's in a slab.
I can kind of see it, yeah.
Isn't that funny?
It looks like a polar bear to me. I don't know why.
I did too. I thought it was like
a polar bear.
skin.
I thought she was holding up like a wedding dress or something at first.
Is this around the time they still had the covers inside the books, or am I crazy? They did that for a long time on Silver Age. They'd have the cover panel inside the story.
Oh, a panel inside the book.
They just did a panel swipe for the cover. I honestly don't know. But this 71, is this still 71 or 72? This is May of 72. And I got one more of this group. But all of these were at the same time. All 9.4s.
I like that green. That's cool.
Isn't it fun stuff?
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
And that was just at your local comic shop that they had all these?
Say again?
These were all just at your local comic shop that they had?
Well, they were at the comic shop at one time it was called Cloud9. And then there was some other guy named Ken Diber is the owner of the store.
He's kind of one of the only shops in town that really kind of focuses on Golden Age, really. I mean,
well, in Portland, of course, Chris Simons has all manner of. Actually, he's more silver now because silver really does go. Gold seems to sit around a little bit for him, but it's whatever the nets will catch. But But the 70s stuff, Alan, you, I think I'll be showing some more. I have a couple boxes of 70s slabs. I have a whole bunch of raws, but that Supergirl that you showed me, that's also a 9.4, so it'll go in with the rest of these.
Well, that's perfect.
So I'll have a nice little set of those to show. But
Yeah,
I'll show you one more. But this is
One
Golden
more.
Age. I just got this back from CGC.
Such a nice cover.
Frank, how could you?
I can't believe it again. And the fire is going, and the purple, the colors on this again.
Oh, yeah.
This is an LB Cole
That's
cover.
beautiful colors.
Yeah, it's just this book. A guy they were cleaning out an attic, and there was a box of comic books, and there were about 8 or 10 of them that he put out and that he got. And I bought this one raw at auction. The census count on these are quite low. The pre-code horror stuff by LB Cole for Star. This is a Star comic, and it's a wrap. Again, it's all they say is LB Cole cover. They don't say what's inside of it. But I can actually go on to
Comic Book Plus.
Hey, Aussie comic collector.
And that's what I did. I when I posted it,
Yeah,
I had already. Thanks. But his color palette is still quite good, with the purples and the reds and all that in it. And I don't know what guy would be caught dead in a checkered shirt like that, but it works for him.
You know,
Yeah, it
obviously he's got 2 women fighting over him. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he can wear any kind of shirt he wants to. Frank, why are you wearing that shirt? I can't tell you. And he has purple pants too.
Oh wow! See,
He's got some unique fashion sense.
Orange, yellow, and purple.
wow.
K-pop said she really liked
Who
the
knew
outfits
that's
on.
what attracts women? You know, it's crazy.
Anyway,
K-pop said she really liked the outfits on those Supergirl covers.
oh, good. Yeah, that's the whole thing. And I stuck that bug in Alan's ear, and he's been pulling out all the
these
stuff
random-
and showing all these different Supergirl costumes that they had, because they said, well, then they just kept changing her costume for the heck of it. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, they had so many different costumes for her. Like it was like almost like every week was a new costume kind of idea.
409.
Mr. Akins has identified that guy on the cover. It's Bruce Banner.
Oh
He's
yeah,
wearing
purple pants, Hulk. Yeah,
Purple
that makes
pants.
sense. Don't make him mad.
That's the only possible explanation.
You don't want to see him when he gets angry, guys.
Sikowski did the one that you had, Alan. The one that with the with Supergirl almost wearing nothing, with the mermans coming.
Yeah,
over
I can grab that actually. When I was organizing,
incredible. I had never seen that one. I had to go and buy one online.
Here, 1 second.
The thing was, a 9.4 was just $120, and I said for that, I just, you know, that's a no brainer for something that cool. How many? I don't know what the survival rate on the 70s books are, at least in grade. Those 52 pagers, the way they printed them, were pretty cheesy. The way they put them together.
Here, let me see. I'll make myself big and I'll show it just quickly.
I mean,
Lyle says that it could be the Joker too. He wears purple pants.
There you go. He'll be dropped into the vat soon.
So this is the cover we're talking about.
That's crazy, bro.
Wow.
Isn't that incredible?
Isn't that a very sexy cover? It's like really cool.
I mean, and that's a Mike Sikowski.
Who did that one?
Mike Sikowski.
Mike Sikowski.
Oh my goodness.
The same guy that did Justice League, and he was with Timely and Atlas for a long time too. He also did early Adam Strange's.
How does the front of that stay on her? Is it glued on?
It stays on. But yeah, I thought it was a cool cover.
She took a deep breath before she put it on.
All right, here's the 15 categories. We got 13, but 2. You got Golden Age, Silver Age, Good Girl, Copper, Bronze, Team Up, Horror, Annuals, Origin, Second Appearances, Indies, Magazines, War. So we can add a couple more.
Did you say Bronze Age?
I think I did.
I think you did.
Yeah, I didn't say modern because I'm the modern champion.
Well, that's a good way of maintaining that.
That goes without saying.
All right,
that's
y'all want to add a
executive
couple, or you want
privilege.
to just spin it?
Okay, let's think of some categories. Let's
Well,
add a
Isn't
couple
that
more.
enough?
No, it's good to have like multiple things, like
Yeah, I like a little Joker card, a little wild card action.
You
How
could
about
also
like
say
But,
Marvel
how
comics,
about-
Marvel comics, and DC comics.
no. How about something silly, silly covers or something? You
I
gotta
would
have
say-
something where you dig for it, right?
You could have just
let
bad
Alan-
covers.
they
That's
got
a
Bad
good
covers
one.
is another
Bad
one.
covers. That's a
Because
good
everyone
one.
has good
Bad
covers.
covers,
You
yeah.
guys have seen those comics, you just go, what? And even
Want
especially if
bad
they're
covers,
keys,
okay,
people
real
collect them because
bad.
they're worth money, but they're ugly. So yeah,
Mm.
that'd be fun.
I got me some of them.
ugly covers. There you go. Ugly covers.
Ugly covers, bad covers,
Bad,
ugly covers.
ugly. All right, we got one more to go. What was the first thing you said, Alan?
I was saying like silly covers, like like sort of parody
silly,
or
then we went to bad.
comedy
Yeah,
or
you're right.
something silly.
Comedy
You're right.
covers. Got it.
How about we do Charlton?
Yes, Charlton's good.
Charlton's a bit hard.
There's
Isn't
an
it?
ugly cover.
Not everyone
Charlton is
collects
hard. That's why
Charlton.
we're doing it.
Well,
All right,
how many
how much
people
for-
have Charlton stuff?
I do.
All
I have Charlton stuff. I love Captain Adam. I got a raft of Judo Master. I'm ready to go.
So that's
And I won't win it,
Oh.
and I won't win either.
Lyle
That's
had a
the
good.
in-between
Lyle has a good
Captain Marvel. I actually
suggestion.
have
He
that as
says,
well.
"Funny animal comics,
Oh boy.
Bugs Bunny
Golden
and
Age
whatnot."
died. The Golden Age died with funny animals.
Yeah,
I have some, but I have some.
Ooh,
right, we're going.
Just reminded me.
what were you gonna say, Mike?
Random, then we'll
I was looking for a silly cover, but I remembered I had a couple things tucked away I have not shown, especially to you, Alan, which I thought you might find
Okay,
interesting.
cool.
Oh, he's spinning right now. Spinning. What we
We're
get?
spinning. What do we get?
Magazines.
Okay.
Magazines.
Magazines, that's cool.
I have a ton of I have over
love
8,000
mags,
magazines in my
dude.
collection.
Wow.
Oh, Alan. Name dropper. I got some. You
All right,
won't
let
win,
me
Alan.
show my book.
Wait,
I
I'm gonna
won't
let
win either.
Mike
I have like-
show his stuff.
I have
here.
like
One second.
20.
Okay, wait, Mike, you show.
You'll win.
What are
Yeah.
you gonna show here?
Well, two real quick. I got these at a previous flea market. I was holding on to them for a possible person to send them to. I got a couple of Mystery in Space, which
Oh,
I
Adam
Adam
always like.
Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love the Adam Strange. I like the this one here. He's fighting I don't even know what it is.
A mist band.
Something
looks
like
like a
that, or a
Mist Man,
dust
yeah.
thing. Yeah, the Dust Devil. Yeah. So I got these at a flea market from this guy. It was like at the end of the Brimfield, half price, whatever. He had a whole bunch of these strange comics, and I wanted a whole bunch of them. But last second, as I'm about to walk away, I see this in the box. I noticed because it's not a comic book. This is a Flying Captain Marvel
Wow.
cutout.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
You cut
That's
it out,
really interesting.
or you punch it out, and it's from 1944. I put the sticker on there, so I'd remember.
Wow.
I've never seen it. And he had another one. The other one was damaged. So I got this one. I got it for like 20
That
bucks.
shit looks like it was like 5 years ago or something. That's crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah, it looks brand new.
And I put it away, and I forgot about it. So I was looking for another cover right then.
I imagine it's quite rare that it hasn't been like put together in some way. You know?
Yeah.
What I mean?
So the other one also wasn't put together, but it had like some pieces had fallen out, and it was kind of ripped. But this one was like immaculate. So I just found this looking for a different comic book. So I just want to ask you, if you ever seen this before, where did it come from?
Yes.
I
They
have no idea.
printed those in their millions. They did tattoos, and they were much better at marketing. DC had to catch up to them. That's why Fawcett was doing so well. And they sold these things right next to the comics. And that's why they priced all of these at 10 cents. And as you'll notice, that's priced at 10 cents as well. That was part of their process where they basically would hook them with gliders, tattoos, and they had all manner of different type of gliders too. They had Captain Marvel Jr. They had their marketing plan was outstanding, but they printed those in the millions.
Lyle
it's a
says that
great
those
piece.
are made by Dime Line.
There you go.
Dime Line, he says.
I actually
I had
taken
a,
it out of this to even look at it, to be honest with you. I literally
So
had
the
to take
same,
it
the same place I got that Dallas Cowboys promo comic,
Oh.
Mike. I got a Captain Marvel. It was a puzzle, but it came in an envelope, and it was priced at 10 cents. It was from the 40s, and they had it for like $5. I picked it up, and I took it to the guy at the Honey Hole, and he's like, "I'll give you $50." And I was like, "Okay." So I
Wow.
traded it to him, right? And I was like, man, I wonder what those go for online. And I had just missed an auction for like, I think it was like 15 or 20 of them for like $12 or something from the
Yeah.
40s, right?
Oh wait, Steven
Yeah.
has something here. One sec here.
Oh, funny animals, tattoo
Oh, that's
transfer.
Thunder
There we
Rabbit.
go.
See, this is Mike. This is one of the ones.
The
The
Captain.
tattoos tend to be a little bit tougher because all the kids put the tattoos on.
Right.
So
Right.
they tend to be a little bit, but they printed these in their millions as well. Their whole thing was their marketing. Whoever their marketing manager was really pushed the product, and they did really well, much to the chagrin of DC. By the way, you know, at the end after that lawsuit with Captain Marvel and Superman, when it finally ended, they found after years. They found in favor of DC, and do you know what the award was against Marvel, against Fawcett?
Oh, it was nothing. It was next to nothing.
$1.
Yeah.
They said, you have the rights to it now, Captain Marvel, blah, blah, blah. Your punitive damages will be $1.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is, Fawcett basically just stopped making comics after that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
not
That's
that,
so-
but that's a cool
so
piece.
silly.
That's a really cool piece, though, Mike.
Thanks. Yeah, I
And I'm sure you
completely
got it.
right now.
You got it. I would assume you got it very, very favorably too.
I did. It was pretty cheap. Yeah. Again, I think it might have cost me $15 or $20. It was all, they're all grouped together. So
Awesome.
yeah,
That is really cool.
it's cool. I mean,
you guys know when
Yeah.
you see something you've never seen before, you get it.
yeah. No, that's one of those things
You
you'd
see
want to
something from the
display
40s,
with your
it's
comic, right?
affordable.
And I
Get it.
forgot about. I originally got it actually for a gift for somebody. So I haven't sent it to him. Obviously, it's been sitting there for months. So yeah, pretty cool.
Well, you could just fly it over to him, like, you know.
Like, yeah, right. That's cool.
So that's cool.
Biggie had some stuff to show.
Biggie, do you have some stuff to show?
Yeah, I'm just going rapid fire. I was going to let y'all know I'm going to be on Only Slabs tomorrow at Rob Fat Stacks.
Nice.
And that'll
Nice.
be fun. Some more Kubert. I'm
Joe
pretty
Kubert?
simple. Yeah, I just like Kubert a lot. You know, Kubert's my man. Kirby and stuff like that. There's another Kubert behind there. Oh, War.
It's a great cover.
Yeah.
Some really good color on that too.
Yeah, man. My shop, my town's just flooded with that stuff, dude.
Oh wow!
Oh, there you go. Boy Commandos, right on. What issue number is that?
This is 12.
You'll
That's a
notice,
really
that
early
they
one.
spell, you'll
That's
notice
great.
that they spell Tokyo with an I, not a Y.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You noticed that. Okay.
Yeah.
I see you.
So what
Mine
is that? Is that the way they used to spell it back then?
That
or-
is correct. During the war, that's what they did. The Americans did because they didn't want to give them they wouldn't even spell the name right. Eventually, they did. They spelled it right when they said bombs away over Tokyo.
Oh wow!
Here's a classic Kubert.
Yeah, that's a great one. Brave and bold.
Wow.
Classic Kubert. It's got the tank. What story is that with the tank? I forget the name of
Haunted,
it.
haunted tank?
The haunted tank. Yeah.
Haunted Tank, right?
Jeb Stewart.
This is one of the first Silver Age book. I believe it's Silver Age. 60 something, right? 64, 60.
Nice.
Nice. Is that like
It
yeah?
was
That's
nice
like
condition.
annual.
Like,
yeah.
Annual number 7, right?
Yeah, number 7. It was like it was made last week. I found it this way. I'm just like, this is that old. Like, you know, I just messed with
Oh
it.
yeah, it's beautiful.
I got one of these. I traded an Omega Red for it, first Omega Red, but it's detached. So, you know, I figure I'd rather have the Century. I've never had one of them. I had like 5 or 6 of first Omega Reds. And then
Oh, that's a nice
That's
one.
awesome.
Is that the wedding issue? Is my
is, yeah.
Yes.
Annual 5. I love all these annuals. I collect a bunch of annuals.
Is that
if
annual 3?
I'm not mistaken,
Oh, 3.
that
Yeah.
isn't that the first time the Beatles appear in comics as well. But they actually sued Marvel about it because they didn't get the licensing rights to do it. Like,
I'll have to look it up, bro. You might be
yeah.
right. Another cool Kubert.
GI Combat.
Mm.
Love them, love them. You can just see all the detail on the bricks. I just love some. And then this one I like to show in front of Alan because it's dope.
Yeah, I love that
Oh, I
cover.
love those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Nice thick book.
Who did that? Art?
Jack Kirby.
It's a Kirby pencil and
Paint. Oh.
it actually says it on the back of the book. It says like pencil by Kirby, but art is done. It's not Kirby. It's like Kirby influenced.
Kirby layout.
Yeah, it's like a Kirby
okay.
layout, but the
Who's the gal?
No, Frankie Ray.
Yeah, who's the gal?
Gauntlet, right?
Is that Frankie Ray?
I don't know. It's the chick from the Gauntlet, I would think. Yeah.
That would,
Great
that's
one.
beautiful.
I love that.
that's really cool.
That's Korean War for sure.
Oh, I think this is Russian, ain't it? Red Crusher.
Yeah, the red Chinese. That looks like a red Chinese one. That's Korea. Cool.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's
That
really
looks like
cool.
it's nice shape.
Yeah, nice. Good colors.
Not bad.
Yeah, really good colors.
Not bad. I got a couple guildies. I need to get better Mylars on these.
Oh, he's saying what's on the comic ride is saying it's before Frankie Ray. So it's somebody else.
Okay.
Before Frankie Ray.
I don't even know who Frankie Ray is.
She
Nope.
was one of the
know what
heralds
this
of
is?
Galactus.
Oh,
What's this?
third print.
Donatello.
Death of the
That's,
Turtle.
that's what the turtle it says. Who
I saw
died?
the
It's
Donatello dies?
Death of Donatello.
Oh, that's so sad.
Donatello died in that one, bro.
Go to the swamp and get another one.
There you go.
That's fun. Another
Where's
alien.
Hercules? Hercules.
Who was the girlfriend of the Torch guy?
The
In
Human
Silver
Torch?
Age. Yeah, the Silver Age Torch.
Johnny Storm.
Yeah, Johnny Storm.
He had girls. He had girlfriends all over the place.
But Frankie Ray was one of his girlfriends, and she became a Herald of Galactus.
I think this is an LB Cole Stepo. This LB Cole right here, brother.
That's a great cover.
Yeah, we checked it actually. I was surprised that it was LB Cole, but you're right. It's LB Cole.
Yep, only one I got.
Very nice.
62.
That's cool.
Dell, 12 cent. Beautiful. And I'm gonna end with this, and I'll be back a week from now, Friday. We'll do Collector Club.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
With magazines. Oh, I love that. Beautiful book.
Thank you.
Looks good even with the hole punch.
It does, yeah. I saw another 1.8, and I was like, man, mine's so much nicer. Then I remembered, oh yeah, mine has holes in it.
It's
Who
very
wasn't for
well
the holes?
ventilated.
It'd be pretty awesome.
You forget about holes sometime. I don't know why, but it just Hey,
No, it's
I
still
love
cool.
this channel. Yo, Alan's my favorite channel on YouTube.
Oh,
by
thank
the way,
you, thank you.
Shout out to Alan, man. I'm out of here.
Okay, where do I send the check again? I forgot.
See you, Big.
Bye, babe.
I just, only because he showed that Silver Surfer one, it reminded me of this real quick. You guys ever
Oh
see
yeah,
this?
yeah. I know this one.
Yeah, I love this comic. So someone, a follower of mine, sent me one of these saying, "Have you seen this book?" And they just got it. I'm like, "Yeah, I have it. It's one of my favorites." Paul Gulacy cover.
It's really great.
I just love these painted covers, especially these magazine formats. But I always get a kick out of this because of
you can see through him.
Right, and he
See
wasn't
through
all
ice,
ice
man.
back then. Right, he didn't turn to all ice actually until like the early 2000s. Back then, he was just a guy who covered himself with ice. But I like the artistic license because it actually held up, right? And of course, you got Phoenix, my favorite Phoenix costume right there. So I love those
Awesome.
magazines. You find some
That's
stuff you've
a
never
really
seen
great
before
one.
when I dig through those magazines. It's just cool stuff.
You should have saved that for the magazine competition.
You can use it again.
I have, like I said, I have 10 magazines. I'm going to sit that one out and vote.
Hey, Alan, can I, in honor of Mike, can I show a few of my Mystery in Space?
Sure.
And then Brian, then you can come.
Here, I'll be right back. I gotta get something. I'll be right back.
Okay, now while he's gone, no,
Eh,
this is the Mexican number 53,
oh, nice.
and then we get into some Gil Kane. I
That's
I
cool.
loved Adam. Adam Strange was one of my favorites because Infantino had him later on, and I love Infantino at this. You know, the same thing. He was up against Space Ranger, Adam Strange was. And Julie Schwartz asked for two. There were two characters. One got the guy, I think it was Bob Brown, got Space Ranger, and Infantino got Adam Strange. And Space Ranger was okay, but it didn't really go too well compared to Adam Strange, which was very popular. There's a gray tone.
I like that one. That's nice. The Atom, the Super Atom.
The Super Atom.
I kind of regret, Steve, not grabbing that guy who had those ones I got. He had like 20 of them.
Oh,
like,
really?
But they were in great condition, and I was like, I grabbed a couple, and then I kind of immediately regretted it when I got home. It's like,
well, I just love Adam Strange. And then it was such a great thing because he gets hit with a Zeta beam on Earth, wherever it's going to hit. And because the guy, the Alana's father is the professor on Ron, and he shoots the Zeta beam, and it takes a long time for the Zeta beam to arrive on Earth. And then they plot exactly where it's going to be. And then the next Zeta beam will come in 15 days or whatever it is. And so he has an adventure to get to where he has to be hit by the Zeta beam. And so he says, oh, I don't have enough time. And he barely gets in, and the Zeta beam hits him. Then because he's like an explorer kind of guy. But then he has the jetpack, and he has the ray gun and stuff. But it's just, this is a really fun one.
Like a Pegasus?
Yeah. A chariot. That's cool. It's like him versus a giant version of himself?
Yeah.
There you go. That's cool.
I have the complete set of these. I really, matter of fact, hold on.
So, Mike, I was going to tell you, if you want that Phoenix, you got to talk to Bronze Age Nerd.
Oh, so you got it? No, I can't take it.
Yeah, he was gifted to him by one of the people. So,
I'll just make you. I have my thought for the next time I'm commissioning you on something, and it ain't Phoenix, so I'll save it.
This is so totally Infantino because he always has, just like with Flash, the cityscape that's off in the distance, like Central City.
Mm-hmm.
And he always has these bald guys from the future.
It's very similar to the one I had where he's fighting a cyclone creature.
This one was in any run, there's always one book that's always so hard to get. And in Mystery in Space, this one was the toughest one for me to find in nice shape. I only got it just a few years ago.
I mean, for me, I have no attachment to Adam Strange at all. I like the Mystery in Space because I love the aesthetic of the 50s, 60s, space.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So that's why I like the ones where he's fighting a crazy monster or he's flying in space. Like, I can't live without him. He's always fighting a monster, of course.
Yeah, they're really nice. So do you have the full run, Steve?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I made it my mission to get these years and years ago. A lot of these were.
Hey, that's the same guy.
Yeah.
That's your Mist Man, yeah?
That's the first one of the
Dust Devil.
Dust Devil. Is he a major character? Or?
Well, I think that
he was on the cover of Mike's.
They couldn't put a gorilla in. So they had to go back.
They ran out of gorillas.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So anyway, I really love Mystery in Space. I've taken enough time. So.
Oh, you're good.
You took the right amount of time so I could get back.
Brian, you hear
Alan had to run to the bathroom.
No, I had to I'm not used to this kind of house where it's this house was built in the 30s, and it has radiators. I'm not used to radiators. I'm used to central air, yeah. So the radiators, if I don't know why, they kind of make the knocking sound.
Yes.
So if you adjust the temperature on them, they stop making that noise. So the one that was making the noise though was down all the way downstairs.
Oh,
so
no.
I had to go adjust it and then run back up. So
okay, we couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it was just bothering me. It was like, yeah, that was the bumping sound. So
who keeps knocking?
Yeah. So, do you guys want to see some more random books from my collection, or?
Did you want to see the books I had?
Oh yeah, you have some books too. Okay, cool. I'll let you show.
This is well. First, I'm going to start off with a friend of Alan's and mine, Romuel.
I have not found an action one yet. Sorry, I gotta rip through all the walls. For
Romuel's Comics and Food.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you won his thing.
Yeah, he had a giveaway, and he does a giveaway like every week, or sometimes multiple giveaways a week. So I got a nice high grade copy of Venom #1. It was a random. I didn't even know what he was sending me. It was just a random group of books. So high grade Venom #1, and a Mike. You like this guy, right?
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's like that Francis Millar or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Frank Miller, and then a nice high grade copy of this Superpowers #1.
Yeah,
So that was cool. Yeah, I was very grateful for him.
I know
sending those to
he
me.
gives away so many good things. I'm always impressed. That.
And then I did some trading with our friend Dan from Dan's X-Men, and so I picked up Captain America Annual #8. First meeting of Wolverine and Captain America. I guess in this issue, Captain America is fighting Wolverine and beating him up and says, "You'll never be an Avenger," which is pretty funny because
that's their first meetup chronologically when they were published, right? Because they've retconned.
Yes, because obviously they met in World War II, right?
Yeah, that was that 24. I can't remember the number. 268.
The Jim Lee issue, cool cover.
Right.
Needed one of these for my run for GI Joe, so GI Joe #1. Nice, high grade newsstand.
Oh, nice.
And here we go. Mike, you'll like this one.
I need it. I don't have that.
It's in wonderful shape. It just ignore
that corner.
That's the least important part of the cover. So
right. Yeah. Other than that, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So
you just say it's Marvel chipping, and then you're fine.
Yeah. First Sentinel, right? X-Men 96.
Yep. First Moira.
What's that?
First Moira McTaggart.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So filling in, there's gonna be a bunch of X-Men. I'm filling in my Byrne Claremont run. So I'll let Mike just say all the key significance.
That one doesn't have one.
Is this one where they first one they call him Logan or something, or
no? First time you hear Logan is when he's in the castle with Black Tom Cassidy. Is that one, or is it?
Okay. I don't know. 99. I don't know if 99 has any significance or not. So this one, 102.
No.
Or the other one. I have the other one coming up.
Or something like that. I'll double check it.
So this is 103. There, the Castle of Black Tom.
I think that's the one. Yeah, because it's a leprechaun calls him Logan, and no one else hears it except for Wolverine. I think it's that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The one you showed before, the 99, is first Black Tom Cassidy himself. That's what it is. He has a cameo.
Okay.
He does have a cameo in another book, but yeah.
All right. This one, Canadian superhero action.
Vindicator. Yep.
First Vindicator. And this was the real big one. First Kitty Pryde and the first White Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Emma Frost.
I'm looking for a higher grade one of those.
This one's in really nice shape. I was pleased to get that. This one I need. This was an upgrade for me because the one I had has a chip out of the top corner. So this one is a nice bright color copy with no chip. So
classic.
I always love that cover.
You got the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
I love it when they're messing with the trade dress.
Yes, exactly.
Like that cover with Cyclops where he's blasting the logo where the octopuses wrapping all around him.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Days of Future
then-
Past, Part 1.
Yeah.
Probably my
And-
favorite story, X-Men story, is probably Days of Future Past. There it is.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Everybody dies.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do, and quite gruesomely as well. And then the final Byrne Claremont one.
I really got to get that. I think this is such a cool comic.
It's a great
story.
read too.
It's great. If you like aliens, you'll really love it.
Yeah, it's an homage to Aliens.
And that's what that's
143.
143. Okay,
Yep. It's right after Days of Future Past. It's the last Byrne Claremont. And then significance of that one, Mike?
That is the first Magic, Ileana Rasputin.
As a Mike or Dan and I were making fun of you, said, as an adult, if you consider
I will die on this hill, Brian. I will die on this hill. A lot of people say that her first appearance is in Giant Size X-Men #1 as a child, but that was retconned. It's clearly, when you read it, it's just a regular kid. At no point is it said that it's Colossus' sister. Later on, they said, "Oh, that little kid can actually be a sister." So this is her first appearance, period, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. She's actually named.
Alan, I think this is an homage, Alan, to a cover that you have.
Oh, with a hand?
Yep. It's a Captain Marvel cover you have.
Oh, is it really? Is it an homage to that?
I think it is.
I could actually grab it if we want to see it.
Yeah, grab it. We'll see. We'll have to compare because I think it's. When I remember you showing that, I go, "Oh, that looks like that X-Men cover." So
could be.
It's a Golden Age Captain Marvel cover. So.
That's the heaviest box ever. Okay, 1 sec here.
And then. First, Mr. Sinister.
Mr. Sinister. With Havoc.
And this, nobody likes this guy, but First Gambit.
Ah, shoot, I grabbed the wrong box.
Oh, shoot.
1 sec here.
And then First Onslaught. Which he picked this up I was at the show where he picked the Frankenstein show where he picked this up in a bin for like $1. So
nice.
He made 5 times his money on it for me. And then I don't know why.
So what does it actually say in the up in the title there for first appearance wise?
It's the first appearance of adult Ileana Rasputin Magic.
When she was a girl, when she was a baby, she was in Giant Size X-Men. Isn't that right, Mike?
We were just saying.
I'm just pulling your chain.
She doesn't put on the label either. That's the other reason I think it's BS because they don't put on the label.
Oh yeah, here. Oh yeah, I found it. Ooh.
In a 9.6 Secret Wars 8.
Nice. So. Very nice.
You got that from Dan?
Yeah, he had this in his backpack at the Frankenstein show. He was trying to trade it, and nobody traded for it. And I'm like, if you still have that at the end of the show, I want it. And he still had it. So
good for you.
That book keeps finding me. I keep finding Secret Wars.
This is the one that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Here, I'll make my big self big.
I kind of think it's maybe an homage
to that. Really bad shape. It's like totally
faded out,
sun faded a little bit.
Yeah, it's actually a really cool cover. It's like more red. Like imagine it being super red, the claws and stuff. And
so the honey hole has that book.
Oh yeah, I could use a better copy.
Ryan, come on.
He has it. It's got some chipping on it around the edges though.
But how much is it?
Like $30.
Okay, I'll take it.
It might be more than that.
I really want to upgrade this. This is like you can see. Like, look how this is the front. It's all faded. Look at the back.
Yeah. No, I see that.
Isn't that sad?
He's got
Like,
a lot of Marvel family stuff and Captain Marvel from that time period, but they're missing. They've got like chunks missing out of them and stuff. So.
By the way, the box that I found it in has actually got some really cool stuff. So, like, wait, I'm just gonna quickly show you some cool stuff that was in the same box. It's all
Lyle
my,
says he found Nick Carter Detective Library newspaper comic. Okay. Well, that's cool.
these are all my young King Coles.
He found
Who
it
is-
in his house
who
on
is
the
King
third.
Cole?
Okay.
I have who is King Cole?
I mean, who
Old
has
King Cole was a merry old
Is it-
soul.
That's cool.
It's a detective. And then we got Bruce Entry. This is just I just like the cover.
That's cool.
And then we got Red Band covers. And then we got some War Fury,
Yuri.
City of the Living Dead. It's a really cool one.
I like the zombie.
And then we have like 3 Grail books. I'll show them in order. This is all like the Femme Fatale ones from Will Eisner.
Oh yeah.
Eisner?
Okay, so we got Will
So
Eisner.
you
Yeah.
got that one, the nurse one, and then the
The
nurse,
nurse one.
Mm.
And then the big one.
the big one. Ah,
Oh,
yes,
The
the
best.
syringe.
Yeah. So this is
I
like
love
the
this randomly in that box you pulled.
yeah.
Just
This is-
randomly.
Well, it's my spirit box. It has my spirit and some of my Captain Marvels and my Soti.
You found them at a Halloween costume store.
Yeah. Actually, there's some really good spirit ones here.
Spirit's awesome.
Yeah. And then this one's another. This is one like a Soti. This is like mint condition, actually.
You're gonna
Probably-
need to make you're gonna need to make a Soti box with like
Yeah,
all the Soti.
I have
Yeah.
2 Soti boxes. I do have 2 Soti boxes and 1 Soti.
Well, why isn't that in the Soti box?
It is in the Soti box. This is the Soti box. It also has my Captain Marvel and.
Why is Captain
Spirit.
Marvel in the Soti box?
Well, that's my organization. That's how I organize. That's how I like know where things are. Yeah.
Well, I gotta jump off, but
Okay, we should wrap up actually. Anyways, so
did you real quick? Did you guys show off your prizes for tomorrow night? Did you guys do your plug yet, Brian? For that?
yeah, we
Yeah, I
did it at
showed.
the
I
very
got
beginning.
some more books that are added to the pool, so I could show those again later if you want.
No, can
Oh,
I?
actually, we should wrap up. It's
Okay.
getting kind of late. So yeah.
Okay, Mike wants to show his prize he's gonna give away.
I can go
Okay.
wicked fast. Is that all right?
Okay. Do
All
it
right. And
wicked
again,
fast.
unless the person hates X-Men, whoever wins, I'm going to ask if they like X-Men. But because, Brian, you just showed this off, I have a lot of X-Men first appearances that I'm giving away. Starting with this one we just talked about. First real
Hey.
Rasputin.
Oh wow.
First Firestar in continuity. First baby
Nice.
Cable, Nathan Summers. All these are
Nice.
controversial. First full Bishop. First real Domino. They're getting better. Don't worry. First blah, 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 blah. Strong guy. Sorry,
It's
Guido.
strong guy. I was gonna say big guy, but yeah,
First Celine, the Black Queen.
yeah.
First Omega Red. First
Nice.
Sinister.
Oh wow.
Woo!
First cameo of Gambit. These are
Wow.
going to all be given away as my
Huge
prize.
keys.
Whoever gets pulled.
So that first cameo Gambit, I was reading that at a comic show,
hmm
and it says, I think it says in that at the one of the very last pages, Professor Xavier says, "Welcome to the X-Men Gambit," and I was like, I got up from my chair and I'm like, I'll be right back. Watch the booth, and I went around that whole show. I think I bought like 40 copies of First Gambit for cover price.
There you go.
Wow. That was
Very
a good
smart.
pick. Good pick
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
So there you go. So that's I figured I was digging out. If whoever wins, I'm going to ask. Ask them for me because I won't be able to make it, Brian. I'll try to jump in, but ask if they don't like X-Men. I have other stuff, or I can ask them. But
Okay.
I figured because I like X-Men, I got a whole pile of
So
them.
you want me to do a spin for your giveaway though?
Yes.
If you don't make it. If you don't make it.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
If
That's
you
very
can
cool.
make it, then we'll see you there.
It'll be on my phone.
Hopefully you'll message
someone
me.
else's house.
Hopefully you'll message me and say I can't make it, or I can make it,
I
or I
will let
might
you
make
know
it.
either way. I apologize. So it's the least I can do to give away some X-Men books for you guys. So.
Very
Oh,
nice.
appreciate it, man.
Mhm.
I appreciate all you guys.
So yeah, so
Thank you.
thanks everyone for coming, by the way, and hanging out. We'll do this in 2 weeks.
Sounds good.
So next week we'll go on to Big E's show and we'll battle it out, and then on my show we hang out and just relax.
Sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, so thanks guys for coming again. Everyone in the chat, thanks for hanging out, and bye for now, guys.
Bye bye.